Let's go. Let's go. All right, guys, today I said to you, I'm going to give you some practical examples so you better understand why it is so important to get your natural success mindset back and kill these mental blockers that stop you from greatness. All right. So if you have not seen my last video, I spoke about the natural success mindset. And as kids, we have a natural success mindset, and it gets stolen by education and society. If you want to learn more about it, watch my last video, get a better understanding of that. But basically, what it's all about is like when you are like when you start like when you're a kid, when you start running, you fall 100 times, you stand up 102 times, right? When you are like learning the bicycle, you fall on your face and and you continue. You will always continue. You have a natural success mindset, right? So you will never think after the 52nd time like, oh, I don't know, maybe bicycle is not for me, right? Or like, what would the neighbors think if I fall one more time? Understand what I'm saying, right? You don't think that shit. You just go until you succeed, and then comes parents that tell you, oh, don't be a dreamer. Like maybe you cannot become an astronaut or a pilot. It doesn't work like that. Just be realistic. You know what I mean? You're not the center of attention, like they told me always. And like just concentrate on school and just behave and blah blah blah, and they just destroy your success mindset. And then it can also happen crazy things where you have no fucking clue of that stop you from greatness years later. And that brings me to the story of today. All right. So like I'm always having weekly calls. And I spoke to a guy and he's like one of my fans, and I will change the name by purpose, right? Let's call him Tony. And Tony, he was always in my calls, and I asked him, and he was not in the best mood. And I said, like, Tony, what's going on? How are you doing? He's like, yeah, good. I get now 2 new clients, so and I'm like, yeah, that's great. And so yeah, but I'm not charging them. I'm like, why? I'm like, what do you mean you're not charging? Yeah, basically work for them like for free, and so like only when on performance. I'm like, bro, like, how long are you doing lead gen now? I asked him. He's like, don't know, 2.5 years, maybe something like that. I'm like, bro, you are conscious of the fact that there's coming 70-year-old boys into Agency Velocity, our mastermind, all right? And after 2 weeks, they charge 5K retainer. And you tell me after 2.5 years, you are not charging money for your services. I mean, what the fuck? And he said, yeah, I don't know. I just think I cannot deliver for them. I'm like, why you think that? I don't know. I just think I'm not good enough. And I'm like, why? And you see one thing, this is very important. Like this is a thing that I use, methodic that I use. I ask why until I come to the essence. That's also how you can do it for yourself. If you find a blocker, ask why until you come to the essence. Right, let me continue. So, and then I said to him, like, what do you mean you're not feeling good enough? I don't know, like I don't feel good enough that I can deliver for them. So I'm like, but why? I don't know. I always feel like I'm not good enough. I'm like, since when? I'm like, I don't know, like my whole life. I'm like, what the fuck? And do you remember when you felt the first time not good enough? That's the next question. And he was like thinking about it. It's like, is it in your childhood? Did your parents tell you you're not good enough? What is it? No, my childhood was good. No, all good. And then he reflected back, and then like, yeah, I think I remember. I think I was like 12, 13, something like that. And I was really in love with this girl. And I put all my courage together. And I went to her, and I wanted to ask her out, to like, just, you know. And then she laughed about me. And that's when this really broke me. And I remember weeks later and months later, and like, yeah, I was always thinking like, I'm not good enough. And that's like until today, I believe. And I'm like, bro, the fuck? I mean, you just hear yourself talking. Like, are you kidding me? Like, I mean, sad story, but let's be real for a second. You just hear yourself talking. You just basically tell me, yeah, you still feel not good enough in business, not even in a romantic fucking relationship. No, in business, all right? I don't know, what is he? He was like 30, something like this. So basically 15, 17 years later, yeah, because of a girl that maybe today works in a fucking 9 to 5, yeah, at Marks and Spencer's or Aldi, I don't know, right? Rejected you 15, 17 years ago. And that's why until today, you feel not good enough, not even in romantic relationships, but in business. Do you hear yourself talking? And you're like, oh, yeah, it makes sense. And I'm like, does this Tony from today still have anything to do with this Tony from there when you were like 12 or 13? No, maybe a little bit. Yeah, okay, right. And so, like, this girl that rejected you, does she still have the power over you today that you feel like that? Yeah, maybe. And do you think you should still give her the power? No. I'm like, all right, so let's create a new belief. All right? Because what I want you to do is ask the question, is this really true? Is this really true? That I still have to feel I'm not good enough because of a situation that happened 15 to 70 years ago from a girl that, again, like I said, works in a 9 to 5. God knows, maybe super ugly today. You don't fucking know, right? But this is not the point. The point is that you still suffer from something in business that happened to you 15 years ago because of a romantic rejection. And when he understood that, everything changed. Weeks later, he started to charge. First time he started to get at least like some startup fee, and then some pay per performance. And now I talked to him actually yesterday, and I start now to finally charge retainers. I'm like, bro, gracias, right? And you understand, like, this is the point, guys. This is the thing. That's what I want to teach you. I want to make you understand that you have mental blockers where you have no fucking idea where they come from. And these blockers, they stop you until today in business from situations that happened 10, 12, 15, 20 years ago. Because you never reflect on that, you become that person. You become that voice. You believe that you are this person. You understand how fucking strong that shit is? And what I teach is help you understand that you are not this person anymore, that this shit has been implanted into your brain, and you have a natural success mindset. And this natural success mindset is still slumbering under the surface, and it's only waiting to get rediscovered by you when you have all this shit that is on top of it and you just peel it away. That's how it works. And that's why this work is so important. I show you more about it in my next videos. If you like that shit, bro, subscribe to my channel, right? Support my work. Leave a comment. Leave a comment, man. Leave a comment if you like this shit. Like, leave a comment if you think like, hey, I have also mental blockers. Like, fucking, you know what I mean? This is the next thing. Like, it's not a shame to say this publicly. Because when you say it publicly, when you become vulnerable, right? It's the first step to understanding what's going on. If you want, send me a DM on LinkedIn. Reach out to me, right? Because I know there's so many out there, right? I'm happy to help you because I want to help more people to live a life without these fucking voices in your head that are not even you, that got implanted by other people into your brain and you think it's you. It's insane. It is insane, right? And this is exactly how I work. And that's why the people that I work with, agency owners, they come to me because they want strategies. What I do is I relieve their blockers and pew, that's what happens. All right? So if you want to learn more, subscribe to my channel. Fucking excited, man. Like raw and unscripted Johannes. Gonna continue. Let's fucking go.